Hey guys, welcome to Sippin Spillin with just Syd today. Happy Tuesday. Let's see, Mike, we weren't able to film last night for today's Sippin Spillin, so that is why I'm by myself, flying solo, as it were. So my apologies. I thought about maybe waiting till Frankie got home, but when we do that, that means it takes a while to render, it takes a while to upload, and then it won't post till like later tonight. So I decided to just wing it by my lonesome. So that's what's happening. Um, it's a typical chilly day today. We're supposed to get some rain showers off and on, but it doesn't seem like we've gotten any yet. We keep getting a warning there's going to be rain, so I was kind of holding off. I have the back posts of the chicken coop that I want to get stained. I got this really cool like gray wood stain, which sounds terrible when you describe it that way, but it's actually, I've seen it on the wood and it looks good. So I want to get that done, but it needs to be, you know, it doesn't have to be a sunny day or anything, but it needs to be not a wet day. So I've kind of, and then it needs to kind of dry, you know, so it has to be a long enough period where I feel like it'll be set and good, you know? So I think potentially tomorrow, if not, then definitely Thursday, there should be enough dry weather between then and like the next rainstorm that it'll have time to set and everything. And then, because I've decided, I went back and forth a lot on this with I guess the colors that I wanted to do on the coupe. Initially, I was just going to go old school, kind of what we did before, which was just like the red barn color with the white trim. But we were talking to our buddy, one of our neighbors, and he said, you know, you're probably going to be better off staining it, especially this time of year with the moisture in the air and everything. That kind of paint on that kind of wood, just even exterior paint, it's not going to stick as well. It's not going to set as well. And I was like, good point. So I'm going with a stain for the posts that are going to be exposed. And then the T111 that's going on as like the siding of the walls on the exterior. Hey, handsome. Bunk just making his way over here. Hi, handsome. And I'm going to paint them white. So I'm going to do basically like a gray and white. And I think but like wood gray, like a natural wood grain gray, if that makes any kind of sense. So Bunko like knows. He's like, oh, gotta get on camera. Gotta get my 15 minutes, Mr. Jamel. But anywho, so I'm excited to get that done. I'm not excited about being up on the ladder, as it were. Part of the problem, and I know a lot of you will say, like, well, why didn't you stain it before he put the post in the ground? Well, he literally got the post and put them in the ground. He didn't get the materials ahead of time for me to be able to, and this is like our common argument we have if you've watched us build other stuff. My whole thing has always been, get the stuff ahead of time so I have time to paint it and then you can put it together, right? But that never happens. And I know that's the easier way to do it, but it just never works out that way. It always works out in, hey, we have time to get the material now. Hey, we have the funds now. Hey, I have the time now to start putting it together. And it's always like all in one day. So, or within like a 2-day, weekend period. So with that being said, I do have to like spend some time up on the ladder. One of my favorite things. I hate getting on ladders, for those of you that don't know. Not a fan. It's not like I'm scared of heights. I'm a very accident prone person in general. I never hurt myself badly because I bounce well. But like I should in theory have had every bone in my body broken at this point. I think at worst I've maybe broken a toe. Who hasn't broken a toe? But I have no medical confirmation like from an actual doctor to say, oh yeah, you broke that toe. I just, you just deal with it till it heals, because what are you gonna do for broken toe? Nothing. So I just generally, I always feel like ladders are rickety. It doesn't matter how well it's stabilized. It doesn't matter. I always feel like it's just gonna keel over. Whether that's accurate or not, it's how I feel. So it just is what it is. But that's okay. It's not my favorite thing. I can muddle through. So anyway, so I got to get those posts stained. I may, if I'm feeling adventurous, lean up the T111, although I guess that's easy to paint on the sides because that'll be down lower. I don't really have to get on a ladder for that. So I guess I don't need to paint those ahead of time. And there's nothing else that I can think of that I'm going to need to paint or stain that we have yet that I could do that too. So I guess it's kind of a waiting game right now. But I am excited to at least get my painting portion, staining portion of the project at least started and somewhat as complete as I can get it until the next phase of the coop. So, you know, we'll work on that. And then I actually have to bust out the ladder here in a little bit because my cat yesterday apparently decided to do some weird stuff out here on the porch, and he like pulled down the one side of the light had kind of fallen, and I was like, oh, I'll clip that up. You know, I just hadn't done it yet. And he managed to like get a hold of it and yank it. So I got to go this whole half of the length and like pin it back up because we are going to have some house guests this weekend. We've kind of hinted that we might be having some, really? Are we going to play this right now? He's choosing violence. David from Come On Homesteading and Tim from, let's see if I can get them all, from Ridge Life Reviews and How-Tos, from Lessons from the Ridge, from Ridge Life Ramblings. I got them all. I guess David has multiple channels too. I guess I should say them too. So David from Come On Homesteading, from Fired Up Fridays, from, oh, what's his other one? I just blanked on it. I can picture the logo for the other one, but I can't. It's Come On. Oh, it's going to bug me and I can't edit this or do anything because it's sipping. So anyway, they're both coming to the sip this weekend. So I've been hauling out the air mattresses and getting sheets washed and stuff. So they'll have clean bedding, and I got to probably dig up a couple more blankets and wash them for them to have. But excuse you, sir. I'm not a fan of whatever your agenda is right now. So that they'll be all snuggly. And we got some fun stuff planned for Saturday. I think Tim's going to get here a little bit earlier than David's going to get here. So I think we're going to wait, obviously, till David gets here, which we just don't know what time that'll be yet. So sometime Saturday evening, we're going to do a live with Come On, with Ridge, and with us from 3 Mississippi. And that'll be fun. So we'll be going live from here. We're going to obviously be filming a bunch of content. Mike and Frankie are going to go hunting a few times in between while they're here. Tim's actually going to come. David's leaving first thing in the morning on Sunday because he's got his own visitors, I guess, coming on Sunday to Come On Mountain. So he's got to hurry up and get home for that. But Tim's going to come to church with us on Sunday and spend a little time with us on Sunday. So we're going to be able to get a lot of footage. And I'm excited because Mike and Tim have not met. I've met Tim at the last few meetups that I've gone to. And what the heck am I looking at right now? That almost looks like there's a chicken in my yard, but it can't be a chicken over here. I don't know what. I just saw like there's a creature under the pear tree that I can't quite make out from this distance. But anyway, squirrel. I don't think it's a squirrel. It's some kind of bird the way it's moving. I'm going to laugh if it's actually just a leaf getting blown around. But I don't know. I'm going to have to investigate that later. I will let y'all know. Maybe it is a leaf. I don't know. It looks like a chicken underneath this tree right now. Like a small chicken. Like one that's only like 8 weeks old. That's what it looks like. But anyway, that's not the point. So anyway, Mike and Tim have not met yet. They have been, I guess, quite some time now. They have been texting, phone calls back and forth. I mean, they've become friends over the phone and stuff. And obviously, like, we watch each other's videos and we comment on each other's stuff. But they're like, they talk on the phone, they text, they've become buddies. So I'm excited for them to actually be able to meet in person and hang out for a little while. I think that's going to be great. And I think they're going to, well, I know they're going to hit it off because they've already really hit it off. essentially. But it's different. It's still when you meet somebody in person, even if it's, you know, a fellow YouTuber that you have watched their videos and you've communicated with them in some form. It's still different when you meet them. You know, you already you obviously know what they look like. You kind of know their mannerisms already. You know, you potentially have watched hours of them talking to themselves for the most part. And so you kind of do feel like you know them in a different way than, you know, back in the old day when we just had, you know, pen pals. It's sort of like meeting your pen pal, only with a lot more information than you would have had in the past. So I'm excited for Mike to meet his texting pal, his phone call pal. I think that'll be cool. I think they're gonna have a good time this weekend, and I think we're all gonna have a good time. Mike's planning on barbecuing some back straps from the deer that he caught, and and I'm going to make whatever else he tells me. I know apparently Tim doesn't eat greens, so I don't know if that's a spill, I guess. If for those of you who don't know, he doesn't like greens, like leafy greens. So I'm gonna make like broccoli or asparagus or something, and I forget what the other thing he said he wanted me to make. Oh, my rosemary potatoes. That's what he wants me to make. So I got to make those. So I'll have to go pick up my ingredients this week, later in the week when I go into town, and get that all figured out. But yeah, I'm excited. They're gonna come. It's you know, be able to. I mean, David's been here. He's seen the property. Like we've hung out. Like I'm excited to see him again. But Tim's seeing it for the first time. Tim and Mike are now meeting for the first time, which is exactly what it was last time when David came to visit. I had met David a couple of times, but Mike hadn't met him yet. But they had been texting and talking. So, and then of course, David and Tim totally know each other. They're buddies. So it's going to be kind of fun to, you know, have the whole band back together. Maybe they'll start a boy band. I don't know. Maybe they'll get matching haircuts, and we'll get them little jumpsuits to wear. Just throwing that out there. Glitter vests, maybe. Their own little barbershop quartet. Only there's 3 of them, so it wouldn't be a quartet. You know what I mean. Hi. Can I help you? Why are you choosing violence so much today? What's going on? You're very amped up. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited for them to come visit. I swear it's funny. We've had more house guests since we moved here than ever before in our lives. And it's funny because we actually have less room now for that than we did at the old place. So it's kind of funny. We make it work though. Like air mattresses are your best friend. So I did get some good air mattresses, and they've been put to use several times now. So it's gonna be a fun weekend. I'll probably have to be recovering from sleep because we're gonna go. You know, we'll be busy all day Saturday hanging out with them and filming and going live with you guys. And then I'm sure we'll stay up talking, doing whatever, and then we got church in the morning. So I'll be tired, I'm sure. That was rude. That was rude. Don't choose violence. You're so mean. Anywho, I've noticed that I say anywho a lot, and it really bothers me, and I need to not say that. It's an expression that bugs me, and I don't know why. I feel like I've started saying it more recently as like a filler thing to transition, and I don't know. Does it bug you? It bugs me. I'm gonna stop doing it. That's my resolution right there, to stop saying it. As of right now, I'm gonna try real hard. So I've got to get this string of lights put back up because I want the house to look nice. We had a decent. It was funny because I cleaned up the front porch. I've done it like 4 or 5 times now, where I've cleaned up all the leaves and cleaned out like the little flower bed area. Not that there's any flowers right now, but like the twigs, you know, of the plants that are in the front little area here. I cleaned up all the leaves, and then like the next day we'll have like another crazy windstorm. And that's happened like every time I've done it now. And it's breezy right now, but it's not windy. Like the leaves are not rustling, but it's a little breezy. So I'm going to get the blower and try to blow this all out, because there's a bunch of leaves right here on the patio, and kind of straighten this up a little bit, do my normal weekly deep clean on the house. I'm just pushing it a little bit later into the week so it's nice and clean when the house guests come, because I'm a big like, hey, if you're coming to my house, it has to be spotless when you walk in the door. Like I don't know why I am that way. But when people are coming over, I'm like, I will adjust my normal cleaning schedule to make sure that like my big clean, because obviously you do your daily cleaning and all that. My big clean has to happen like right before they arrive so that it is like the most pristine that it can be when they set foot in it. That's just my thing. I don't know. So I'm excited. It's gonna be a good weekend. It went from being just a weekend of getting work done to now it's gonna be like more of a play weekend, I guess, of getting to do some fun stuff and hang out with some cool people. So that's exciting. That's always a good thing to have a little. I'm down for changing plans like that, and when it's something worthwhile. Of course, I'm bummed that we're not going to make some progress on the chicken coop this weekend, but the weather is supposed to be a little iffy on Sunday anyway. So you're really only talking like it would have been about a half a day of work because they're going to go. Hi. Do you see what I live with? He's such a little. He just wants to be with me constantly. He's a hoot, man. Anyway, on that note, I guess Bunko says it's time to go. It's so funny. Do you need a sip? No? Okay. It's just water. Anyway. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Don't forget, we have our regular live with just Mike and I on 3 Mississippi at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm still not used to saying that. I'm so used to saying Pacific Time. On Central Standard Time, I thought he was going to knock my camera over. He just jiggled it. It's fine. Everything's fine. Wednesday, tomorrow. And we got lots of stuff going on this week. We got some deer meat we're pressure canning that we're going to be putting a video out on Friday about. We'll be filming that this evening, actually. So lots going on. Can't wait to share it with you guys and share this upcoming weekend's shenanigans with you guys. So we hope you're having a really, really good week and be good. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.